Hello, Pokemon trainers. Welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so this is actually part 26 of what I like to call the Path to Power series. And really quick, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? This is yeah, like I said, this is part 26, and it's actually crazy to think because lately my Pokemon battles have been doing this like crazy numbers. So, just thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So, that's pretty much it. Let's just go right to it. Now, this is similar to the same team I was using last week, but I did make a couple changes. I'm still using Giratina because Giratina is my favorite Pokemon. I don't really got a good reason. I just want to keep using Giratina, but I did switch out one of my mons. I switched out Goldango because I didn't want to have too much of a weakness to Ghost and Dark because Incineroar is everywhere and stuff like that. So I did switch out Goldingo. I switched it out for actually Raging Bolt because a lot of teams lately, like you can see right here, for the record, this team I saw what they were trying to do. This team had Pelipper right away, so I was thinking, okay, just zap it or something. But they also had Ampharos, and I knew right away. Oh no, they want me to do that. They terrestrialized into fairy, so they took away the electric weakness. But no, they want me to Thunderbolt or something on the Pelipper because I already remembered Ampharos have motor drive, so I was not falling for that. So, yeah, instead I go for the Draco Meteor, and that does knock out the Pelipper because my Raging Bolt's fully invested in special attack and bulk. And I'm going to go for the knockoff on the Ampharos. It had leftovers. Not gonna lie, I was thinking like choice specs or something. So they go because pretty much the whole time they're just spamming Dazzling Gleam. But yeah, a lot of teams lately I've been noticing have been using like Kyogre a lot and stuff like that and Miraidon. So basically, I wanted to have Raging Bolt to not only deal with Kyogre but also to take advantage of the electric terrain basically. So that's why I decided to use this one, and I'm really liking this team right now. Actually, it feels a lot more like I guess you could say a little more complete. Like it covers more, it covers more of the bases. And so, unfortunately, they had a Flutter Mane and it knocked out my Incineroar, which is but that's okay. So far, that's one Pokemon down each. So instead, I'm gonna switch out and I'm gonna go into Rillaboom because obviously the Ampharos is gonna keep spamming Dazzling Gleam, and even if they try, because I do know Flutter Mane can sometimes use like some kind of like fire move or something. I think it's a mystical fire or mystical. I got the name wrong. The rain was out, so wouldn't do as much damage. So I'm gonna withdraw my Raging Bolt to go out into my Giratina because even though Dazzling Gleam, Giratina is Dragon, Dazzling Gleam won't do as much because my Giratina is super bulky. So they're gonna hit my Rillaboom, and I'm good so far. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for Shadow Ball to hit the Flutter Mane, and I'm just gonna go for Wood Hammer to knock out the Ampharos. They used Phantom Force. I'm not gonna lie. I have a funny story about Phantom Force that I might tell here in the channel if you want to hear it. But one time, well, I'll save that. I'll do a whole video on that later. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear it. It's a funny story involving Phantom Force. The first time I played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl years ago. So they go out into their Baxcalibur, I believe. I'm bad with names. So I know that Phantom Force can actually go through Protect. So I was thinking I could just, leave my Giratina there and just try to, absorb any damage. I was thinking, okay, if I can, my Giratina, if it could just survive one hit, I'll be golden. So I thought, you know what, let's go for it. So, and it did go through and didn't do much actually, thank goodness. And they go for the Ice Cold Crash in my Raging Bolt. That's fine because I wanted them to attack my Raging Bolt. Basically, I wanted to switch in because I did not want to take the chance of losing my Rillaboom just yet. So it's kind of tight, right? Like it could go either way here because if any of my moves don't go through, I'm kind of dead, honestly. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna go for Fake Out on the Baxcalibur. The Dazzling Gleam will go off so close. That was so close on my Giratina. But the Draco Meteor is gonna go off and take care of the Baxcalibur. Man, that was close. And now my Rillaboom should be, and now both my Pokemon are pretty good right now. So I'm just gonna protect because I thought might as well, and I'm gonna go for Woodhammer. I was basically thinking if they try to Dazzling Gleam again, because of the Assault Vest, my Rillaboom should survive one more hit, basically. Yep, it did. And Woodhammer is going to take care of it. All right. Cool. So that's game one so far. Man, I really, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun using Giratina. I think I'm gonna keep using Giratina for. I actually have a plan for for a fun troll team I want to try using here. I'm working on it right now. I'm just like putting all the Pokemon, like raising up all the Pokemon, and working on all the EVs and stuff. But I have a really funny one planned out. I think I'll do that one for the last video for the current set regulation because in the beginning of May we're going to be going to the next into regulation I, so teams are going to have to definitely start changing up. But I have a funny troll team idea if you want to see it. Let me if you want to see it, like the video so I know there's interest. But until that one, I think I'm going to keep using Giratina. So I think I got 2 more weeks before then. So I'm probably going to try, like I've said in other videos, the more physical build. So I saw that they had Gyarados and Miraidon, so I went with my Raging Bolt and my Flutter Mane. So I decided to have my Raging Bolt protect because I didn't want to just go out and try hitting the Gyarados because I was thinking, okay, this has happened to me before where I fall for that. I don't want to take that chance again. Like if they terrestrialize, I don't know, ground or something. So that's basically what I was thinking. Like I don't know, they could terrestrialize to the ground and maybe have them ride on like use discharge or something. But it actually didn't happen. So the Draco Meteors actually go off and take care of the Miraidon. And I think my Flutter Mane is, yeah, right there. Yeah, it's still there. And they're going to go back down to their Gyarados. I mean, that's fine. I mean, the physical attack going down, it's not really a big deal. So I'm thinking I could protect, and I might just like Moonblast the Ursalunos because Ursaluna Blood Moon, I've used that Pokemon a good amount of times in other videos. I already know that Pokemon is special oriented, so I didn't want to take. So I thought, I'll just Moonblast and try to lower down the special attack. Why not? Plus, this even though because I know also Blood Moon can also go through Protect. If the special attack goes down, it won't do as much to my Pokemon. Basically, I was thinking. So they're gonna try to use. So they're gonna go for Hyper Voice, which will do a pretty good amount of damage on my Whimsicott. And the Gyarados tried using Ice Fang, and I did protect. All right, cool. Let's see. So I'm thinking to myself, I could just go for straight up for the offense. So I'm gonna go for Thunderclap, and I'm gonna go for Moonblast. Because I was worried to use any electric moves on Gyarados because at this point, whenever I see a Pokemon that's like quad weak to something, like Pelipper, Gyarados, both being quad weak against electric, I try to be careful because there's been too many times where I've fallen for that and they terrestrialize. So, but luckily, since their Ursaluna Blood Moon had already terrestrialized, I was good, basically. So now they're going to go into their single strike Urshifu. Again, just like before, how I said, since they're quad weak against Fairy, but they already terrestrialized, so I'm good to use the Moonblast. Focus Sash. And I'm going to use Wicked Blow, my Raging Bolt. Survived, and Thunderbolt, and got it right there. Alright, cool. Alright, I got that game too. Alright, one more to go. See if I can keep this up. Let's see. I think I remember this game. Again, I've said this before. It's always funny rewatching these and just because even though it is me playing, I sometimes forget the moves I made. Okay, so they have a Whimsicott and a. I always forget. Dang it, I'm bad with names lately. A Dene, the male one. I remember I used that Pokemon too. It's really good actually. So I already know that it's like a normal psychic. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna terrestrialize my Giratina because I didn't want to take the chance of Whimsicott using Moonblast on my Giratina, and they're gonna use Tailwind. I knew they were gonna do that. So the Dazzling Gleam did like almost nothing. That's another reason I terrestrialized because I had a feeling it would use like Dazzling Gleam because I remember I did that too. So I'm just going to Flare Blitz and just try to go for pure offense, try to knock out the Whimsicott. Sadly, no burn. So a Calm Mind went up, so Dazzling Gleam will do pretty much nothing. And because the Calm Mind is up, the Moonblast won't do as much either. Plus, Giratina won't take super effective damage. See like that. I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball because I was actually pretty convinced they were gonna switch out their Whimsicott, but they didn't actually. So I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball and I'm just gonna go for knockoff right here. I wasn't expecting it to kill, like, at all, honestly. I thought it would probably get it close, like, to yellow, but I didn't think it was going to knock out one hit, so that's pretty cool. So far, two down, two more to go. So they're going to go into Mousehold and a Kyogre. Man, Kyogre. I've been seeing a lot of these, like I said. So, I know that Mousehold can usually use, like, Follow Me and Hyper Ping. Because I remember that Archelodon that team where you would use Archelodon, the stapler with Mousehold. So I didn't want to take that chance here. So I'm going to transfer as pure water, even though Kyogre is already pure water. All right, so I'm just going to go for Protect because I had a feeling they're going to Water Spout. I forgot the Tailwind was still up, so that's why I kept in my Incineroar. Yeah, I honestly really thought that I forgot the Tailwind was still up. So this is actually okay because I could go into either one of my Raging Bolt or Rillaboom and they'll be fine. But I thought, you know what? I'll save Rillaboom for later just in case. And I'll just go into Raging Bolt because Kyogres usually run like Choice Spec, water, spam water spouts. So I was thinking, I'll use Thunderclap, but I misplayed right here. First up, the Follow Me came up, so that's fine. I was going to use Draco Meteor anyways on it, but no, I messed up because I forgot the terrain was still up, so that was an oversight on my part. But hey, this is how we get better, right? So the Draco Meteor is going to knock out the Mousehold, which is good for me. And the Tailwind is gone now, so that's fine. So I pretty much got this, honestly. They got one Pokemon left, and again, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to wait to guarantee it. I'm going to double protect because I knew one more turn and the terrain will go away. So that way, next turn, I could just literally just spam Thunderclap, and if it does somehow knock out both my Pokemon, I still got my Rillaboom to just use Grassy Glide. So, again, like I said, I pretty much got this right here. So I'm going to the Shadow Ball, and I'm just going to go for Thunderclap right here. It doesn't knock out just yet, though. But the Water Spout's going to go off, and it's going to do, like, literally nothing to my Raging Bolt. Sadly, my Giratina did get knocked out. But I did Terrestrialize into Pure Ghost, so it did lose the resistance to water. And he was really close to being knocked out, so it makes sense. But, again, like I said, I got Grassy Glide and another Thunderclap if I need to, so I got this right here. I just decided, okay, yeah, they looks like they quit in the middle of the game, which is fine. So really quick, I usually cut out the in between parts, between games and all that, but just to show that it wasn't on my end right there. Yes, so I got the points, and the game is right there. So hey, so far so good. So that's it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Again, like I said, the feedback lately on my Pokemon videos have just been amazing, and I'm super happy people are enjoying them. I've just been love playing, online ranked lately. It's been so much fun. So if you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell. Let me know for any recommended teams you want me to try out here, like anything. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.